Now this is diabolical. Nuno Espirito Santo is parting ways with Nottingham Forest with immediate effect. Ownership with Nottingham Forest has treated him poorly, man. And I have to say this. This lad is a proper manager. And this is coming from an Arsenal fan. And this is a former Tottenham manager. But he is a proper manager. We've seen his work with Wolves. He made Wolves go from a relegation side to a team fighting in the top 8. This guy, when he's given some, backing, he can really deliver. And that's what he did with Nottingham Forest. Because, keep in mind, before, he took Nottingham Forest from being 17th place, being one spot away from relegation the following year. Literally 7th place, and they have European football. European football. They have basically Europa League, lads. And that is with Nuno, giving him some sort of support. Now, the fallout started during a match that was very key for Nottingham Forest to push for Champions League football and get that 5th position. They ended up getting a draw when they needed a win. And there was literally a clip of Nuno fighting with the owner. And to be honest, if you're a owner of a team that just had them at 17th place last season, you bring in Nuno and this guy has you at 7th place, mate, that is what you call progress. You are not going to turn water into wine. Rome wasn't built in a day. A key examples that you could be looking at is Newcastle and Villa, the teams above you. These teams took a lot more time than Nottingham to get into the Champions League. But he wanted to get there overnight from 17th to Champions League. The last time we've seen something like that was literally Leicester City. Leicester City ended up winning the league. This will never happen again while I'm living, possibly. And the thing is here, Nottingham Forest owner is being absolutely unreasonable, because imagine doing that. Imagine you're the manager and you go from 17th to 7th with your players, your support, all that. You deliver results. Then the next season, you end up getting Edu. Edu, man. You bringing in Edu. I'm telling you this as an Arsenal fan. I am familiar with this man. This is the last person you want working for you in the transfer market. Because while your team is over here suffering a loss, needing a left back or needing a center back, needing a striker, whatever you may need, and you're thinking, oh, my man is working on the phone. He is at the training sessions. He is at the club during the transfer window. When your sporting director must be, absolutely working overtime. That is not the case with Edu. Edu is not that type of guy. You're going to be seeing on his story, him grilling some steaks, grilling whatever. He's going to be doing everything but working. My man moves like an unemployed final boss while he's the sporting director of your club. So I can see the frustration with Nuno, because obviously you are the guy who just brought this team into European competition from possibly getting relegated. And now the following year, with your say on transfers, you had the biggest voice in the room. Bring in another guy from Arsenal who absolutely flopped. And just because he came from Arsenal, now he has the bigger voice. Now, you're obviously going to feel an extreme amount of frustration because this man has not accomplished anything at Nottingham, and you just came from turning this team from a relegation side to a European football side. So there was no mutual respect. So if you're getting, absolutely verbally abused from the owner, then he's going to bring in a guy who's going to, outrank you because he's done absolutely nothing, and now you can't get the transfers that you want. You are not feeling absolutely no gratitude, no support, nothing. With reason, he's partying ways and leaving Nottingham, because there's no way you could work under that kind of atmosphere, man. So to Nuno's, absolutely smart decision of parting ways with Nottingham as soon as possible, because there's no way that he's going to be able to succeed if this team falls off from 7th and they're playing European competitions and everything. So this transfer window was extremely key, and bringing in Edu is the last thing you want, because now you're not only playing in the cups, domestic cups, and the Premier League, now it's European football as well. So your squad is going to be absolutely getting beat through a bunch of games. So him leaving is the perfect time to leave, because now you avoid that potential fall off. You're going to be leaving as the manager that made Nottingham from 17th to 7th. He's going to be in for a job. You have, the likes of Man United possibly getting rid of Ruben Amorim. They could be looking at this lad, because if he can make a team from 17th to 7th, maybe he can make a team from 15th to 5th. Man United fans would absolutely take that from 15th to 5th place, because that gets you in the Champions League football. You know, so if he could do that with Nottingham, he could definitely do it with the pocketbooks that Man United does. So that this is a manager that possibly after Ruben Amorim, he should be looked at. I'm not saying he should get the job, but they should definitely have a look with that. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Nuno and his situation? Personally, I think he's been disrespected and he did the right thing leaving the club. And now watch, Nottingham Forest will not finish in the top 10. Guaranteed, man. And Morgan Gibbs White will not be at the club within 2 years' time.